23rd, sorry, Monday, January 30th, 2023, and it is very wintry here in Western New York and cold and all that stuff, but we're going to stay warm and have fun tonight. So I'm going to share with you 3 different masculine birthday cards, and sometimes it's hard to um, find a good card and designer series paper for men. We have some beautiful designer series paper right now that's great to create masculine birthday cards, and some of it is free during celebration right now with a $50 order. And also, if you would like to purchase the kits for 2 of each of these cards, or not purchase them, get them for free, you just have to place an order with me in my online store of $35 or more before tax and shipping, and you will get the kits all prepped and ready to go. So everything's in there. All the pieces for are pre-cut. The die cuts, any die cuts of um stuff that I haven't, that's not part of the bundle, um, are cut for you. If there's die cuts that are within a bundle, then they will I will assume that you have the bundle, and but all the cardstock and paper is cut and ready to go. Hi ladies, nice to have you here tonight. Also, if you share and comment, you'll be put in a drawing for some gems, and I'm using these tonight, the rustic metallic gems. That is what will be free to whoever shares and comments. And hi, Anne. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Mom. And last week's winner was Sue Burnick. And Sue, I'm sorry for, I'm not saying your last name right. Let me put the project view on here. So this is Sue's right here. Also, if you're going to order with me tonight, or this week, you want to use this host code right here, and I will also um, put it embedded host code link where you can go ahead and order, and you won't even have to worry about typing it in at the end. It'll be already in there. It'll be on my blog and on my Facebook page for you, and also in my newsletter. So these are the cards we're making tonight. This is with the Legendary Ride. Um, love that. This is with Very Simple but Cool. We're letting all the designer series paper do all the work. And this is with the gorgeous Enjoy the Journey designer series paper. And then we have a fun fold we're doing tonight, and this is on the farm and the farm designer series paper. So we will get going here and get started. This is also celebration for every $50 in product that you purchase, you get to between now and the end of February, you get to choose uh, a little product from the little celebration catalog. And I had it right here. Let me grab it here. So this is a little celebration catalog. If you don't have a catalog or any of the catalogs and you would like one, let me know and I will get some to you. So we're going to be using a couple of items out of this tonight. And we'll go ahead and get started. So the first card we're going to do tonight is this one right here with that gorgeous scenic designer series paper. Chris? I hope I haven't missed anybody on there. Anne, Margaret, Mom, Rosalie. So nice to have you gals here with me tonight. All right. So this is the designer series paper we're using. This is in the mini catalog. And it's so easy to make a beautiful card with it because the scenery is already there. And you will get this in your kit if you place an order with me. This will be the paper that I use for the full color. I love this with the moons on it. Isn't that beautiful? So anyways, let's get started with our card. We're going to start with, and I will say the measurements, but if you order the kits, you'll get the PDF tutorial with it. All right, so we're going to start with basic gray that's 4¼ and 1/2 cardstock, and I'm bringing in my trimmer here. And I love this trimmer. I'll tell you a little bit about it. The trimmer has two blades on it. It has a scoring blade and it has a cutting blade, which is the darker blade. We're going to find 5 3/8 inches, which is right here, and cut that. And we're going to turn it and cut it at 4 1/8, which is the second tick after the 4. All right, and this is going to go on the front, and then I have a piece of the designer series paper, and this is the perp free kits. You will get 2 pieces of this and 2 pieces of the get my seal here. Okay, isn't that beautiful? We'll just go along the edges, put a little dash right here. Whoops. And bring it to the end there. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to do some stamping, and you can do the stamping before you layer it on the black. And I'm using the Stamparatus because these are large blacks as a stamp positioning tool. And it's what's great about it is it holds the stamp so that if you don't ink your image up the way it should be, you can go stamp up. I'm gonna ink it up with the Tuxedo Memento right where I had put it before. And we're gonna also move it over, and I want to ink, and I'm living dangerously. I might get a little bit of ink there. Let's see. Very faint. And I'm putting ink on that. And I just want that. All right, so there are my trees. And I'm going to come in with the deer image. Oh, I know, isn't it hard to believe it's almost over here? Just about like that. I'm going to pick that up. And I found this little Don't Stress, Just Press tool on Tailored Expressions, and I've been wanting something. And we're going to ink them up again. I see the light is kind of. I'm going to take this out. Base back in. And we're going to layer this onto the card base. We're going to use our Seal Plus. Go around the edges here. Oh, it's freezing. Mine isn't freezing, so I don't know what to tell you. Some nights it does. And we're just going to center it right like that. Okay, and now I've cut a tag from the Stylish Shapes dies, and it's just a basic gray. And I'm going to cut these tails off here. And I've already heat embossed this with black embossing powder. You see it's nice and shiny. And the sentiment is from the Legendary Ride stamp set with a motorcycle and um, the dies. So it says you are legendary. And that really goes for hunters too. They like to be thought of as legendary. So I just stamped this with Versamark ink and put the black embossing powder on it and use my heat tool and to heat it up, and it gives it that nice shiny black raised images, words there. I'm trying to go a little fast if it bothers people or not, but okay, so I'm going to cut right straight up. And actually, that is a little bit crooked. If you have never done heat embossing before and you want to see me see how to do that, just make that comment in the comments and I'll pop on later this week and show you. It's a lot of fun to do heat embossing. And it adds a little bit of an extra touch to your cards. Paper that I'm using is great. You can use just about any outdoors stick because the designer series paper is so beautiful. And it does all that work for you. Top that is sticky here. I'm going to put this right about here. And I'm just going to add a couple of black matte dots. The other ones that are in it are the brass ones that would come with it. So I wanted to use black on this card. And also in the kits would come the envelopes on the inside. I'm not going to stamp it yet because I'm not sure of it in it. And this is 5 1/4 by 4. A Stampin' in the Valley, and we do 6 cards. And that's a lot of fun. It is free with a $25 order, or it's $20. It's February 11th from 1 to 4 in my studio at my home. And if it'd be a great birthday card for someone that loves to hunt or loves the outdoors. And there's a lot of different sets that you could use with this designer series paper. And that paper again is called Enjoy the Journey. And that is in the mini catalog, which is the bigger spring catalog. It is in this catalog right here. Whoops. This catalog right here. Oh, you guys are freezing too? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. Well, let's go on with card number 2. And card number 2 is features the Legendary Ride. See, before this would be your kit for that. Has all the pieces in the envelopes in it. And here's the stamp set. Right on, it's your birthday. Classic, authentic you since forever. And then there's the motorcycles, the tool, there's some ground here. There's the flames coming out from the motorcycle. And here are the dies. So there's all kinds of different parts. There's the outline of the motorcycle, and the designer series paper has this motorcycle on it. To use this die cut on. and all kinds of neat dies. Okay, so to tell you what we're scoring, and I think it's 4 1/4 here, and I'm going to score that. Okay, and I'm going to fold this down and burnish it with a bone. I've cut a piece of the Distress Gold paper. It's 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. I love this paper because it's not super heavy. It's easy to use. Always looks nice. All right, and we want this to stick out from our flap here, just about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to put some seal right along the edge here, about like that. Make sure that's on there good. I'm gonna lay this down. Well, maybe let's do it this way. Okay, so while navigating the phone in the way and looking at this. Okay, there we go. So that's gonna go right along there like that. And then a piece really cool if you haven't seen it. This goes with a Legendary Ride stamp set. Um, uh, you can see it. Okay, so it's got like Route 46. Um, it's got like the tread marks. It's got the motorcycles, and these are the ones that you use with the dies. And there's that. There's one sheet of specialty paper that you can cut different things out of to use on a card front. And I love the back of this paper with the black roses newspaper. Edge along here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring my silicone mat right over here. On your silicone mat, we're going to put that right to the edge and fold that down. Whoops, I did get it on my card though. All right, so here's how this fits right on this motorcycle nicely to die cut it. Maybe wait dollars and got that a little bit. Why is that? Oh, and this is free or the mini one is free. You can get either one, or the white one is free. If you don't want this, it's $175 worth of product for just $99 if you don't want either of the mini stamp and emboss and cut machines. Two different sizes, and I've got a smaller one there, and I didn't realize that. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is a low seat here. So I'm gonna cut out one of the ones that has the higher seat. I didn't even realize that. I'm just cutting it out of the sheet with my scissors. Like that. Now to hold that in place, I'm going to grab some Post-it tape. And this is available on Amazon. Or you can use a Post-it note. Either one works fine. I put the top plate on and run that through there. Yeah, I love it too. All right, so there's our motorcycle. So be aware of that there's two different large motorcycles on that sheet of paper. Okay, now I've used this die right here to die cut the inside part of the motorcycle with that Distress Gold Designer Series or paper. And I've already die cut that. And grab it here. And I'm going to use the liquid glue on it. I've got a few straggling pieces here. All right. I just have it in a fine tip bottle. My grandkids. All right, so this is gonna go right over this like this. Right. And then I have 3 pieces of that same gold fire. I think we only need 2 though, but they're really cool. And I've cut them out of the gold. So I'm going to put the motorcycle probably right here, and it is kind of a tight fit. This tire's a little skinny right there, so I'm going to even that out. Okay. That looks better. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put dimensional. Who on here has been a motorcycle babe? Anybody? When we were first married, we used to ride a little bit. That was many years ago. 43 years ago. It was an old Suzuki. Put him on here about like that. And we need our little flames, which I may have knocked one on the floor. Put this up and stick that under there like that. And then I've got one more. Now, Margaret, I know you posted a card you did with this set, and it was just beautiful. I'm going to put that there. Okay. So it would be better to do that when the motorcycle's not on here instead of our banner on the front. And again, I've used that large stylish shape. It is right here, basic gray. Right, and we're going to stamp And I need a piece of scrap paper. I thought I had a little box. Oh, I'm sorry, Anne. And I'm grabbing that flame. Okay, it's this one right here we're going to use. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, you guys. I don't know. So, I'm going to ink this up with Smoky Slate. And I'm going to stamp off because I want it to be You Are Legendary. Put them on there like that. And we'll use this strip right here. Down below. And then this is going to go at the top. About right there, centered over the motorcycle. Now we'll bring in some of those metallic in here. And we'll take your... Okay, so I'm going to put them on with maybe my scissors. So these come in, there's a small size and a larger size. And I'm going to use two of the larger ones. I'm going to put them out here on the black part. Maybe I can finger them. All right. And what's nice is you have this designer series paper on the inside edge when it's closed right there. And we'll go ahead and put our inside piece like that. And I think I stamped this one right on It's Your Birthday on the inside. So that's what I will probably put on the inside of that one. There's card number 2. Okay, card number 3. And this is a free celebration item. With a $50 order, this designer series paper is one of the I love this plaid. There's a whole sheet that's a farm scene. Some of this I've chopped up vegetables, trees, and cows. And there's chicken wire. So it's a really cute set of designer series paper. There's a blue pattern, a plain blue pattern too. Where is it? This pretty floral pattern. Okay, it says, and we've got some cattle and some hogs, and this opens like that, and I'll show you how to make it. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of basic gray cardstock, and this is 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to either fold it in half or square it at 5 1/2. 5 1/4 by 4. And this is going to go on the front here. The right way. Little heater off. All right, so we have a piece of cardstock for the leg. 1 3/4 by 5 1/2, and it's scored at 1 1/2 on the long side. And we're just going to fold this over and burnish it. So before we put our designer series paper inside here, we're going to lay this down and adhere it. So you're going to put glue on the back of that short end piece right here. And I'm using the glue because it's really strong, stronger than the seal. Probably not stronger than the Seal Plus, but the seal. And you're going to put it in about the center. All right, now I have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside, and we're going to go ahead and put that down. And we're going to center it. Just like that. Okay, so for the latch, we have a piece of designer series paper. This piece is 3 3/4 by 1 1/2. Okay, so that's going to be centered. I'm going to tie some baker's twine around that. And again, this will be in the kit. And I want it, I want quite a few layers around it. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm just holding this end piece right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and wind this around this. Okay, that's probably plenty. I'm just kind of pulling them all down to here. And I'm just going to tie a knot. Pull that there. Hey, Jerry. Hi. And I'm going to trim those down. All right, and you could spread it out if you wanted. You could, I like it kind of messy looking like that. All right, now I have a die cut, and before I do that, let's make the corner piece up here. And we're just gonna cut this in half on the diagonal. So I'm laying it right in the gutter here and here. And because you want to keep that open for your little circle to be tucked under there. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good. Put our circle right on the end so we can just tuck it under there like that. So I'm going to go ahead. That's right about where I want it. I'm going to turn that a little. Have our sentiment, and I'm just going to cut that on a slant. Let's see if I can get this straight. I should probably use the trimmer. Finish this corner. So this was 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Now I have a square of the designer series paper that is okay. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to and then take the long side and a little bit. That way your border will look show the gray evenly all the way around. So if we put this on here, about like that, it matches up across. What did I do? Oh, here it is. And this one, you want it up about a little farther, like that. Except I got glue right there. Okay, now let's put the sentiment on. It says it's your day, and I'm going to trim that a little bit. Or is it, can you watch it? I just don't know what to think because I'm not seeing it freeze on my end at all. All right, so we need some mini dimensionals on the back of this. It's still doing it. Okay, and we'll take these little backings off here. All right, and then I have die cut. I don't think I showed you the on the farm dies. Right here on the farm. So there's all these images that you can stamp and some sentiments. And here are the dies. There's a lot of little detailed dies. The sheep has a wool that you can make a wool pattern. There's the cow, which you can cut out of the designer series paper, and the sheep. There's little pigs, little cattle, ducks, a barn, the windmill, a hare, landscape, or a landscape thin line, and this is the silo. So there's a lot there. So die cut, and we're going to add them on here. We'll put the cow up there. Let's add a hog right here. Let's have them going the other way. This would be great for a farmer silo. And then for the inside, we're using another piece that's 5 by 3 3/4. This needs to, yep, this needs to be cut down. Inch off each side. Well, I guess that is 4 right there. Right. And that should sit just inside that designer series paper. And somehow I've still got it too long on that one end. Let's try this again. And let's put a cow on the inside here. Right like that. So here's our card. And we need some gems on there, not gems, but the so let's put one there, small one there. Move that over a little bit. So it says it's your day. And then you can stamp your inside sentiment there. So that's the third card. Here's the second card. And these are free. The kits for these are free with an order of $35 or more. And if your order is a pack of the rustic metallic adhesive back dots. If you place an order with me this week, it's good until next Monday, February 6th. And buy. And I